Cognac, yak. It's the Cognac King. Cognac in the culture. VSOP got the Henny in the back, he smoking. Ain't no time for games, cause I'm on the rise. Cognac King, yeah. Cognac King, yeah.
What's up, everyone? I'm your host, the Black Cognac King. Make sure to follow on IG, subscribe on YouTube. On this episode of Cognac and Culture, this is going to be a cocktail edition featuring Missouri and Cass. But before we start, first, take a shot with me. All right, so our first cocktail, Missouri, what we gonna have?
Okay, so the first cocktail, we will be making it with Hardy, and the name of this drink is called the Hardy Berry.
Hardy Berry.
Yes.
Get to it. So, I got a question for you.
Okay.
All right, so I asked all my guests, how old were you when you first started drinking?
Okay, so I was around 14, and I tried E&J.
Okay, that was my first one too.
Oh wow, okay. And I begged the Lord to make me sober, and I will never do it again. So it wasn't a good experience. I do not recommend anyone drinking underage. Wait till you're 21 and don't try Erkin Jerk as your first drink.
But it's probably in your price range if you're underage. But we don't promote
underage
drinking. All right, what's going to be in the Hardy Berry?
So in the Hardy Berry, we're going to put at least 1 ounce of the Hardy, and that is the BS. A half ounce, and we're going to put the Bouillon. It's a liqueur.
Okay.
We're going to put the Bouillon in, so it'll be just a half ounce. I'm eyeballing, but you know, it's good to use your measure.
I see you're a little heavy-handed on the pour, but I'm cool with that.
Okay.
I like my drink strong.
Alrighty. So next we'll do some pineapple juice. And then we'll go in with the cranberry juice.
Okay. All right.
Just for a little added bitterness, a little sweetness, I always like to use just a little sweet and sour, but we'll just top it with that. So now I'll go in and shake.
And so while you doing that, I'm gonna ask, how long have you been bartending?
So I've been bartending now for 7 years. I started out self-taught, and then I went to school, and that's where I obtained my training.
Okay, 7 years.
Right.
You have any signature drinks or anything like that?
So my drinks are more so tropical. I like really tropical style drinks. It goes in line with my company, Missouri Tropical Blends. So most of my drinks are tropical drinks. So
Okay.
we'll just top a little bit with sweet and sour, just a little.
So your drinks, when you make your mixed drinks,
Mm-hmm.
would you consider them strong mixed drinks, light mixed drinks, balanced? How would you consider?
So I'm heavy with the pour, like you said. Unless my clientele suggests, you know, a lighter pour, but they're tropical, so they're already sweet. So I'll come in with a little banger and just try to make them, you know, a nice little kick. I like a nice kick.
See, I typically drink my drinks neat or on the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, this look real pretty right here. So you know, if I was on the beach or something, this would be what I would want to drink.
Alrighty, yes.
All right.
Alright, so we're gonna cheers.
Cheers. It's good.
Nice and tropical.
Yeah.
Nice and tropical.
Yep.
I like it. So Missouri, I know your brand is Tropical Blends. How did you come up with that?
So I'm a light drinker, and I love a mixed drink. So with my business, I decided to go just straight tropical, so I can turn any drink tropical, including cognac.
Okay. All right. So I guess my next question would be, which it seems like you already answered, I take it you normally take your drinks in a cocktail form.
Yes. Plenty of ingredients. Nice sweet drinks will, hit hard a little bit. I want to taste a little alcohol, but I like a good even blend.
And actually, I do got one other thing to ask you about that, which would be with these. I heard of mocktails. I just actually became familiar with those. Do you do mocktails or whatever?
Yes. So I'm booked often for adults and kids for mocktails, and that's just a non-alcoholic drink with all the garnish and aesthetics, and it's really fun to make. So it's basically pretty juice.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said. I think I like that. Like for like a teenagers, they can't drink, give them a little mocktails. I like that. All right, so you got 60 seconds, 60-second business pitch. Let everybody know who you are, where they can find you, and whatever you want to let them know.
Okay, so my name is Missouri. The name of my company is Missouri Tropical Blends. I'm a mobile mixologist. So I specialize in mocktails and cocktails all over the region. Hit me up on Instagram. My handle is Missouri Tropical Blends. Also on Facebook, Missouri Tropical Blends. That is Missouri Tropical Blends.
All right, Kaz. So what you got for us? I know you're gonna make a cocktail with this Masson Rouge. What you got for us?
All right, so I figured that we would, turn it up a notch and just do some egg white cocktail because everyone is afraid of egg whites. Egg whites are your friends.
Oh, this is gonna be a first for me. So this is gonna be like an eggnog cocktail? No. How would this be? What's this gonna be?
So honestly, the egg white is honestly just for the froth. And froth is just kind of the volume in the cocktail. So it's the ambiance, if you will, and everyone thinks that it tastes like scrambled eggs or whatnot. It does not. All right. It does not. So yeah.
Okay, I stepped out of my comfort zone with all these cognacs I tried. Now we gonna step out of it with these cocktails. All right,
cool.
So I'm with it. Let's see what it is.
All right, let's get it.
All right. So while you doing that, I'm gonna ask. You know what I'm saying? How old were you when you first started drinking?
Man. So I was about 7 or 8.
7.
And my dad used to drink back in the day, like the early 90s, Cool beer, KOOL.
Okay.
And I just was like, why you keep drinking that? What is that? So
is that considered a good beer? Because it's the same brand as a cigarette.
I mean, I've never seen it thus, so maybe it isn't, But so just the egg white here. Okay. But yeah, so I wanted to try his beer, so he didn't finish it, left it on the counter, so I went for it, and I was like, yeah, that's why I don't drink beer to this day. The age of 36, something like that.
Okay. So
that's just the egg white on that one, guys, and I'm gonna go 1 ounce, but because we're all doing this, and normally this is made in martini glass, but we're sharing, so I'm gonna put this in a rocks glass for us. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put 1.5 ounces of lime juice in there.
Okay.
So you can taste that citrus. All right.
And while you're doing that, what was the first cognac, since you said your first drink was big, what was the first cognac you ever had?
Man, it was Cavassier. So remember that song? What's that?
Pass the Cavassier.
Yeah. So I was in college at Shenandoah University. And I was a freshman. They had a pajama party, so I thought I was going to be, the Washingtonian wear a cowboy hat to the pajama party. And this guy is walking around with this Cavassier bottle, and I haven't really had anything to drink. And I'm like, well, what you drinking? He's like, pass the Cavassier. I was like, all right. So he passed it to me, and I drank it, and I was like, I'll never drink that again either. So. But that was the first cognac that I had. It was smooth, it wasn't bad, but I just never drank like that. So.
Okay, and I got a question for you.
Yeah.
And this question is actually for Missouri too as well. Since you all make your cocktails or whatever, have you had any bad experiences with the combinations you put together? Like what's a combination you would be like, I tried it, it really just don't work?
Well, I'm not one for zombies and just like a whole concoction of different alcohols. That's not one for me. I'm more of a light drinker, so I kind of stick to one alcohol, one liqueur.
Okay, one alcohol, one liqueur. So
max.
So not them long islands they got. I don't even know how many they got in there.
No, they aren't for me. But of course, I make them for the clientele, but definitely not for me personally.
Okay, what about you, Kay?
So you notice I was shaking for a long time. I have to with egg white. So
okay.
While you were talking, that was perfect because I was like, all right, she's going to talk and I'm going to shake for 30 seconds. Awesome. Something that didn't work out for me and probably still doesn't. It depends. You know what? I'm gonna say a Long Island because even though it's so simple and how you make it, you have that one person that comes to you like, let me get a Strong Island. I'm like, well, what's strong about it? Because it has 4 liquors in it, you know?
Right.
So then I just end up putting a whole mess of gin in it because gin makes it stronger, you know? So, you know, but you can never get it right because it's either too sweet or it's not strong enough or, you know, so that's probably one drink that, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
Okay, and another question I have for both of you all is, what advice would you give to aspiring mixologist bartenders? What advice would you give to them?
For me, I would say make bartending, mixology, bartender, startender your own. So just be creative. You can take traditional drinks and add your own twist. It's okay to top it off with something different, garnish it, make it pretty, just make it your own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Kat?
Yeah, and I would just say, you know, just on the mixologist aspect, that she's right. You know, I'm just gonna eat off that a little bit. Make it your own. Use what you have to get what you want. There is no right or wrong answer because creativity is beyond, right? So just push yourself. Push yourself and stretch. If you don't know something, learn it. You know, ask questions. It's okay. You know, everyone, we're all here to help each other. So keep learning.
And so, when you drink, how do you typically take your drinks when you drink?
Straight up.
Okay.
No ice, no water.
Like
It's
that.
been a rough day. I need it all.
I like that. And I guess that go to, and I forgot to ask Missouri this, what are your factors when you actually go to picking the drink? You know what I'm saying? Like, you pick it because it's light? Do you pick it, you know, based off of how you feel? Who's marketing it? What is the deciding factors when you choose a drink?
So I'm not too big on who's marketing it because, you know, that's not always, you know, it's not always the truth, you know, but I'm a girly girl. I love aesthetics. So sometimes, to be honest, a bottle, the way that it's packaged can reel me in. So I just love nice quality looking bottles and labels, and so that can draw me in to picking a particular beverage.
Okay. What about you, Kat?
As far as
Like when you decide, like, you know, you go into the liquor store, you know, you like, all right, I gotta get me something to drink. Like, what do you know?
it's what I don't know, right?
Okay.
So I always go to what I do know. I might see a bottle that looks exclusive, and then just look at the price point too, and then that determines the level of the bottle, if you will. So I just go to what I don't know. So it could be a no-name tequila, cognac, whiskey, or something, and I would just be like, you know what? I don't know it, but I'm gonna learn it. I'm pushing other people.
All right. That kind of go along with the goal of this show. We over here trying out different cognacs you might not be familiar with, rating them for you, letting you know how they are. So, all right, let's do it.
The important factor of this, guys, so you see how I dry shook it. So to dry shake is without ice. You have to do that with egg white first.
Okay.
Okay, so dry shake it, and then you put ice in it to break it up, and then that's how you get the froth. All right, and then we use the Vallone, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Vallone.
Shout out Rick Ross with the cognac liqueur. All right. Shout out Rick Ross
For the sweetness.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Hey, I don't even taste no egg though.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
I was nervous. I was
It tastes like
nervous.
straight up, you know.
Nice citrusy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
You got the citrus.
Yeah, this tastes like a fruity drink. What you think, Missouri?
Yeah, no. I'm a tropical girl and it's something I can get with. Yes.
All right. I like this. All right. So, Cass, it's on you. You got your 1 minute business pitch. All right, let the people know.
Underground.bartender on IG. Cassie is my name. You can find me pretty much everywhere. If you want to see me in person, I'm at Union Market. That's 1309 5th Street Northeast, where the old market used to be, which all of us Washingtonians know. Come see me. I'm at Bidwell Restaurant. That's all the way to the left, the only restaurant in the spot. You see me, I'm there every day. May not be working, but I'll buy you a shot.
That's it for today's episode of Cognac and Culture. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, cognac is not a red cup drink.
Cognac king, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cognac king, yeah, yeah, yeah.